Hello again, everyone. This is part 3 of our argument writing series of video lessons. Today we are going to be looking at the counterclaim paragraph. So we're almost there. We've done the introduction and both of our reason paragraphs, and now it's time to look at the counterclaim paragraph. In an argument, you're never just going to keep on shouting your side until you win. You have to acknowledge the other side and then break it down to prove that you are correct. As with the other videos, we are following with the same topic: should technology be allowed for student use in classrooms? We have our thesis, and we have already supported both of the reasons in our thesis with evidence and analysis. Now it's time to look at the other side of that argument. The counterclaim paragraph starts with a statement of the opposing claim. You can also call it a counterclaim. Once we have that, we are going to introduce evidence supporting the other side. Like I said, it's going to be a little weird at first because you're supporting the other side of your argument, but then we introduce the rebuttal. The rebuttal is where we say, hey, that is actually wrong, okay? You are telling your reader that you understand what the opposing side is, and then you're going to break it down and show them why they are wrong and why you are right. To do that, you need D, evidence showing your own claim is correct and the opposing claim is wrong, and then you're going to, just like in your reason paragraphs, explain that evidence, do some analysis using your own words, and then you're going to restate your claim to be like, that's it, that's why I'm correct. Alright? To start off, let's reiterate our own claim, which is a restatement of claim that we're going to use at the end of the paragraph. You can just take your thesis again, and really it's the claim portion of the thesis, so what I have underlined here in yellow. The rest is our reasons, which we don't necessarily need to repeat. Then, the opposing claim is simply the opposite of what you're saying. Those who disagree say that students should not have access to technology in classrooms, and then you're going to want to give a reason that the opposing evidence that you found in your text supports. For me, it was because it is distracting in the class. Alright, and I have some evidence to show to prove this correct. So just like with my reason paragraphs, I have two pieces of evidence here, and we're not going to use the whole thing. We're just going to look at parts that support what I need to say so I can analyze it in my essay later. I've already found a text with opposing claim that supports the opposing claim, and I found a text that supports my rebuttal. And I'm just going to go over and pick a quote that works with what I want to use. So that's good, and I think this is good as well. And these are going to be the pieces of evidence that I use later on. Okay, now that I have a quote from my text, I'm going to show the evidence explaining the opposing claim, but then I'm going to introduce my rebuttal, alright? And that's going to be the real clincher to this argument, right? Like I said before, you don't want to just keep on screaming your side in a real argument until someone's like, okay, whatever. You have to acknowledge the other side and then tell them why they're wrong. You want to break down their side. So we have the other side here, the quote, and then I'm going to say text 3 states that many instructors find it difficult to combat the growing use of technology in the classroom and feels like it is a major cause of distractions in class. This leads students to lose focus and disengage for the rest of the class. So this is a really good opposing claim with evidence, but I'm here to prove this claim wrong, right? So my rebuttal statement is going to be, however, they would be wrong. However, this side of the argument would be wrong. Nonetheless, this reason is not important or significant. And you're going to make a very strong statement, and you're going to have to explain why this is your point of view. Thankfully, we have evidence to support it. So I have my evidence here, and I've already taken my quote. So I have to introduce this piece of evidence and then analyze it like I would for my reason body paragraphs. So I said, instead, text 4 states here, a survey revealed some students felt that to allow for a brief distraction when they felt bored would help feel more engaged for the rest of the class period. So I've introduced this quote, and now I have to analyze it, right? So I said, this evidence is important because, and then in my own words, I say, it shows that some students need a little bit of distraction in order to regain focus and engage the rest of the class. So I am showing that I understand that, the other side says, oh, it's a distraction, but this is my counter argument. This is the reasoning why I still believe that it should be allowed in the classroom. And I have my evidence, and here is me analyzing, explaining that piece of it. So now we're going to put this all together and take the parts that we've done in each previous slide, copy and paste them, bring everything, and begin writing our paragraph. And then it looks like this in the end. It's a little messy as always, but we're going to take it down, edit it, and then kind of make sure that we only have the text, and it'll look like this. So this is our completed counterclaim paragraph, showing that after we give our reasons for supporting argument, we understand the other side of the argument, we understand the opposing claim, we have seen evidence supporting the opposing claim, and then we give our rebuttal showing why that opposing claim is wrong, and then really dissecting and destroying the other side of the argument to show that we really know what we're talking about. This is part 3, the counterclaim paragraph, and all we have to do next is a conclusion paragraph to wrap up our whole essay. So I will see you guys there soon.